This is the Randi Rhodes Show. To speak with Randi, dial 561-270-3844. That's 561-270-3844.
I'm really a good businessman. I'm so good at business. Oh.
Not true. Trump is a business failure. Almost every business he's touched, he's driven into the ground.
When it comes to great steaks, I've just raised the stakes. Trump steaks are the world's greatest steaks, and the Sharper Image is the only store where you can buy them.
According to Sharper Image's then CEO, they literally sold almost no steaks.
Trump had a failed board game.
My new game is Trump, the game.
Trump, the game, because it's not whether you win or lose, it's whether you win.
A failed bicycle race called Tour de Trump. A failed football team.
It's going to stay strong. It's going to stay strong for a long time.
Trump decided it was a good idea to start a mortgage company in 2006.
It's a great time to start a mortgage company.
That failed in less than 2 years. Let's see, what else was there?
Whatever happened to Trump Airlines?
Oh, that was a good one. One of his planes had a crash landing within the first 2 months, which he insisted was the most beautiful landing you've ever seen. The business failed within 3 years.
How about Trump University?
Failed.
And then there's Trump Magazine.
Failed.
Trump Vodka.
Failed.
Trump Travel, Trump Ice, Trump Network.
Failed, failed, failure. Trump has even managed to bankrupt multiple casinos. How do you lose money running a casino? There's an old joke that the easiest way to make a small fortune is to start with a large one. And that's exactly what Trump did. Multiple analyses show that if Trump had simply invested his multi-million-dollar inheritance in an index fund and didn't touch it, he'd be a lot richer than he is now. Now think about that. His entire life's work has been less successful than if he'd done nothing. And when he was president, Trump ran the country like he ran his failed businesses. He added $8.4 trillion to the national debt, largely through his tax cuts for the rich and big corporations. Trump has managed to survive every one of his business failures by leaving other people on the hook, leaving workers unpaid, shafting his investors. The whole idea that Trump is good at business was a carefully crafted illusion, concocted for a reality TV show. And like a lot of reality TV shows, we've come to learn it was all show and no reality.
Oh.
The only business Trump has been successful at is conning people. Now he's trying to do it again. Don't fall for it.
Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. People really do think because they saw him on the TV playing a very successful businessman that he's a very successful businessman. But he is not a very successful businessman. He is a man who knows how to pin the tail on the donkey. He is a man who knows how to stiff you in order to get out from under his bankruptcies. Just don't pay. Just don't pay. And the time has come now, because he's president of the United States of America, to not pay you, to stiff you. Each and every one of you and me, all of us, we're all going to be stiffed out of what we paid for, stiffed out of all the stuff we saved when we were working, stiffed out of all the investments that we made, not because the companies did poorly, not because other people's businesses didn't have good business plans the way his had lousy business plans, if they had plans at all. No, because he's stealing it. He's stealing it. And my best guess, and it's just a guess, this one I can't prove. All I can tell you is, the facts of what happened. And the fact of what happened is Donald Trump has been telling Vladimir Putin through the entire campaign that he was going to end this war, and he would do it before he was even inaugurated. And he was giving a heads up to Vlad. And Vlad will not end this war because Vlad is empire building over there. He has spent so much of his own personal treasure, meaning his own people, who Russians really do this. This is like really crazy, but Russians look at the citizenry, okay, of Russia, because it's very hard to be middle class in Russia. There is no middle class in Russia. It's the very, very top, the oligarchs, the people who pay the vig to the mafia boss, the capo de capo is Putin, obviously, and he is of the world. The capo de capo of the world is Vladimir Putin. And Donald Trump, really, really likes that position. And he would like to do that thing so bad. And I think that, Vlad, instead of ending the war, said, I'll do you one better. Okay, let me have my war. I need my war. I want my war. I have to have my war. I'm building an empire, for God's sake. That's what I'm doing. It's what my whole life's been about. And you're not taking this away from me, Mr. Trump. So here's what I'll do for you. I'll send you the head of our sovereign wealth fund. And he'll show you exactly how you steal this money and what you do with it and where to put it and blah, blah, blah. And I really do think that Donald Trump took him up on that. But again, that's something I can't prove. That is just opinion. That is not. The fact is that he sent the head of the sovereign wealth fund over here. The fact is that Vladimir Putin hasn't had a meeting with Donald Trump. Today, Donald Trump met with Netanyahu. They were supposed to have a press briefing. Okay, they met in the Oval Office. That was aired on television. Donald Trump just sitting there and talking and talking and talking and talking and talking. But they were supposed to have a press conference afterward where Netanyahu and Donald Trump would take questions from the press about, indiscriminate bombing and killing aid workers and, obliterating, actually taking another 50% of the Gaza Strip for themselves, right? And I don't know that they wanted to answer any of those questions, so they canceled it. They canceled the press conference. There isn't going to be one. But Vlad hasn't even shown his face anywhere in the world. There's no Helsinki. There's no you come to me, I'll come to you. There's no, hey, let's meet in Saudi. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. But I know Donald Trump was talking to the Saudis over the weekend because he was playing golf with them as they were putting money in his pocket. Okay, hosting the Live Golf Tournament, which is a Saudi, golf, what do you call it? Golf club?
I guess it'd be a league. It's its own league.
Is it a league?
Yeah, it's its own league opposed to the PGA. It's like an alternate PGA by the Saudis.
So, PGA.
Professional Golf Association.
Association.
Yeah, so this is
so
like
it's not a league, it's an association.
Right,
so
association.
Live is an association too.
Yes.
Yeah, because I don't know anything about golf. I honestly don't. I mean, I'm probably great at it. I just don't. I haven't retired yet, Therefore, I haven't. I haven't tried my hand at golf, nor have I tried my hand at pickleball. But I'm probably really good at those things. Just making crap up at this point. But honestly, the idea that he knows what he's doing is hysterical. But it's so dangerous. It's so dangerous. Every person who showed up for any conversation, any analysts, they're all saying this is the worst idea that Trump has ever had, this tariff idea. But of course, it's meant to redistribute money away from us, because we're going to pay these freaking, he talks about $6 trillion is coming into our country. No, $6 trillion is coming out of your pocket, my pocket, because we're the ones that are going to pay this tax.
It's an economic Armageddon that was unleashed by Trump, and the tariff war has begun. And we believe, this could set tech stocks and the tech industry in the U.S. back, potentially a decade, because the supply chain's built in Asia. And this is dramatic in terms of what's going to do for growth, for cost, for, I think many of these companies. And that's why it continues to be the most absurd thing I've seen on Wall Street covering stocks 25 years. The tariff war has begun. China's not just going to sit down. Ironically, this is the best that ever happened to China. China tech is going to steamroll ahead. U.S. tech is the one that continues to be hamstrung. And I think this is something where it's the worst policy mistake in 100 years. A recession is almost guaranteed based on this. And it's all self-inflicted. It will go down in history as one of the worst moves, ever to come out of D.C.
Great. Aren't we lucky that by about 1 percentage point, 10,000 voters in a swing state actually chose this? He's a stock analyst, is what that was. Honestly, I for the life of me, who do you think Europe's not going to run to China to make trade deals to sell into 1 billion people in China? Do you think that that's not going to happen? Don't have time to listen to the live show? Want to hear more on your schedule? Go to randyrhodes.com and buy a stinking podcast.